The Mayor and the Metropolitan Police Commissioner joined Stephen Lawrence's family at the memorial service to mark the 20th anniversary of his death. The 18-year-old was murdered in a racist attack as he waited for a bus in south-east London. The police handling of the case led to the force at the time being branded institutionally racist. So, 20 years on, have perceptions changed? Aisha Baksh is in Eltham for us this evening. Aisha.
Well, Riz, I'm on Well Hall Road in Eltham, opposite the spot where Stephen Lawrence died. There's a memorial to him on the ground and bunches of flowers have been laid there today in his memory. There are also some police tonight on patrol in front of a CCTV camera that was installed here a couple of years ago after the memorial was vandalised. I've been talking to young people who are part of an academy just around the corner about how they feel Stephen Lawrence's death impacted on them.
Sonia Ramana was a teenager growing up in Lewisham when Stephen Lawrence died. She now heads up an alternative education academy not far from where he was killed in Eltham.
Back then, this would be an area that I would have avoided. And now, 20 years later, I'm running my business from here. We employ about 25 people. We work with about 32 different schools in the local area. We've got some really good support here.
As well as working with hundreds of young people, she also works closely with the Met Police, whom she believes have changed.
Some of the police departments do some really good work, and we've received funding to deliver projects which are working with young people and the police and improving the relations between the groups. But there is still an element that young people feel they're being victimised, persecuted, because of the fact that they're young and on the streets.
Sean and Asha, who are employed by Street Vibes, say they have personal experience of how that trust in the police can be undermined.
Driving, I've been stopped maybe, in and around 200 times since I started driving. Unfortunately, I've got used to it and I know what to say and what not to say. But it's definitely something that happens, and I'm sure a lot of people can, second that.
If you are stereotyping people, to a certain point you are racist, you are being racist, because if there's something in your brain telling you that you think this person must be doing this because of their ethnicity, then you must be some form of a racist, otherwise you wouldn't be doing it.
And in another classroom at the academy, this student believes positive lessons can be learned from Stephen Lawrence's death.
I was very young when it happened, but still, it's lived on. And the more it's lived on, it's just taught people. It should teach people to understand that you can't go around with knife crime. Knife crime is a terrible part of society. It's basically a virus that needs to be stamped out.
So it seems 20 years on, issues around race and safety for young people across the capital are still a concern.
Well, Stephen is actually buried in Jamaica, and that's where his father, Neville Lawrence, spent the day. I read an interview in which he gave to the Jamaica Observer and said that he doesn't like to come to this spot in London because this is where Stephen suffered, and now he is at peace.
Aisha, thanks very much. Industry leaders say night